A great start to the weekend here as we've got baseball from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Tonight, the first of this 3-game weekend series between the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees. Which of these two will prevail? Next on the show. Luis Severino will be on the mound for the series opener. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, you see the ERA there. Not anything that's going to jump out, but he has been dependable and gives his ball club a chance to win.
Mookie Betts heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball. First of 3 here on a Friday night as the first pitch is in there for strike 1. And as the Yankees get started here tonight, EK, they come in riding a 5-game winning streak, and they've really got things clicking.
And the even better news for them is that they've got their ace going here tonight. So you have to figure that all signs are pointing toward another victory here.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he missed with it. It's 1-2. Temperature starting to drop as the sun goes down. 56 degrees here at first pitch. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And the throw by Castro takes care of him for the first out. With that, here's a look at John Farrell's Boston Red Sox. Steve, what do they have to do to take down a very hot team here on the road?
Well, this team doesn't hit all that many doubles, so they're going to have to string some hits together. But a few more extra base hits could really jumpstart a rally for you, and I think that could help this ball club.
Dustin Pedroia will get his first shot at it here, and he's got to be hoping to turn things around because you see the numbers over the last 5 games. Not much going on there at all. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Already hitting 98 miles an hour here in the first inning. He's one of the hardest throwers that these guys will see all year long.
Hit to short. Gregorius is there. Throw on to first. He'll take care of Pedroia, and there are 2 away. And with that, let's give you a look at the Yankees defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, Didi Gregorius has established himself as one of the finest defensive shortstops in the league. His range, absolutely unreal. And his arm could qualify as a deadly weapon. Instincts are second to none. That makes him the complete shortstop.
Xander Bogaerts gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. In there, strike one.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
And he misses with it, 1-1. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Ricky Holiday.
Well, kind of strangely, Holiday has a bit of a reputation for rewarding the high strike. You know, and that can really upset the hitter sometimes because the pitcher isn't usually trying to throw it there. So we'll see if any of that shows up.
And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Just getting started here in the Bronx. And he misses badly with a fastball here, and it's 3-1 now.
And that fastball of his definitely catches your attention. I mean, especially when it's on the inner half.
And the count will be full. He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Judd is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. Red Sox nothing. Yankees coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. David Price, a southpaw from Tennessee, is the man on the mound. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, guys, you take a look at that ERA. He has not been good this year. Got to throw a lot better, and hopefully he can start doing that in this one.
Here comes Brett Gardner now as he'll lead things off in the home first.
Leading off for the Yankees, number 11, left fielder, Brett Gardner.
Watches a fastball right there for strike one. Eric Karros, this Red Sox ball club, entering play here tonight. They've been on the skids recently, losers in 7 of their last 9 ball games.
And it was the offense that went south last time out. Managed only just 1 run in the loss yesterday. It's typical when you're in a cold streak like this. They just had a lot of trouble sustaining any kind of offense, and it's definitely hurt them.
Price gets his sign. 0-2 pitch on its way. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. And the throw is there to record the first out. With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. Who's the one to watch, EK?
Well, I think all opposing pitchers are going to have their hands full with Brett Gardner. And he hasn't been missing much lately, hitting 3 home runs over the last 10 ball games. Not an eye-popping statistic, but still a good indication that he's been in a groove at the plate.
Aaron Hicks started to go around, but it's a called strike. 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Fastball called for strike 2.
He's just working east and west here. He'll be fine if he just stays out of the middle.
Oh, and 2. Here it comes. That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure.
And if you're a pitcher, that's not the kind of call you want to be seeing. 2 batters into a ball game.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the Red Sox on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Yeah, Matty. Dustin Pedroia, for me, one of the best second basemen in all of baseball. Real grinder. He won multiple Gold Glove awards. One of the best hitting second basemen as well. He's a perennial all-star. Just one of the best all-around players in the game.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Aaron Judd stands in as he looks at a called strike. You got to figure that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
And he takes this one high, 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes, the count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
And this is exactly what he does so well. He'll make you so convinced that you're going to see a fastball, and then he's going to go the other way on you.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. 2-2 now with 2 away and the bases empty. Two out, nobody on. Chopped weakly to the left. Bogarts is up with it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. After 1, no score. Chase Headley has come into the ballgame now as he takes over as the new third baseman.
Third base.
David Ortiz makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
Second inning starts with a fastball that misses. It's 1-0. Change up low, 2-0.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
Line to the right side. Leaps high as he makes the catch. Well done.
Well, I'll tell you what, he had to get up for that one. Sometimes the leap is a little bit more showy, but not here. He was up there a good 2 or 3 feet to pull it in.
Hanley Ramirez will stand in for the first time, and he's seen that average climb during his current 7-game hitting streak. Into the windup and the pitch. And that swung on and missed for strike 1.
That's just a great spot for the fastball against a hitter like this. Just off the plate enough to make him offer, but not good enough that he can do anything with it.
Now the 0-1. And he falls behind 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And Ramirez able to hold off on that one, but he still trails in the count. It's 1-2.
A good high fastball. Maybe something to try and change the eye level there. Now, I might anticipate another slider down in the zone, maybe even in the dirt.
Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
And this is why, as a hitter, working the count in your favor is so important. I mean, here, this is probably a ball, but you can't risk taking this pitch on 1 and 2 and hope that you get the benefit of the umpire's call. You pretty much have to swing at it, even though you probably wouldn't have been able to do much with it in the first place.
Here's Jackie Bradley now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. The batting average clearly not where he wants it to be. 3 homers, 9 driven in. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. That's lifted the other way out to left. And he will make the catch just shy of the track, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Red Sox. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Matt Holliday will get his first opportunity here, and that average is certainly not where he wants it, down in the 220s to begin the ball game.
Well, he's been scuffling through this year, but over the last 10 games he's been good, hitting over 350.
Price is ready. Here comes the first pitch. And here's a called strike to the 36-year-old veteran. It's 0-1.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
And Holliday will not offer at that one. It's a ball and a strike. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1.
And that's not a bad spot. Just go ahead and stay out there. Don't come down the middle, because we know he can hurt you.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And they'll back him off a bit with a fastball in, but it's 3-1 now.
And they know full well the threat that this guy poses. So even down 3-1, I can't imagine he's going to get anything that he can drive right here.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second.
And remember, he's coming off a loss in his last start. So if he keeps doing things like walking the leadoff guy, we'll be in trouble here too.
Starlin Castro gets his first shot here with a man on following the leadoff walk.
And you know, guys, we talk about it all the time. Leadoff walks are so dangerous, and we'll see if they can take advantage of this one.
Called strike on the knuckle curve, and he's ahead in the count, 0-1. And it's quickly 0-2. Pause, and the 0-2. Swung on in the dirt, and that's a strikeout. In the dirt here, but fortunately here, no advance.
Well, one thing you can always say when you're facing a guy like this is that he's going to strike hitters out. The question is, are you going to make him work for those strikeouts? And if those 3 pitches are any indication at all, these guys could be in for a long night.
Stepping in now, Gary Sanchez. As Price starts him with a strike, it's 0-1. He comes in with that average down in the 240s. 2 home runs and 4 RBIs. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. Here it comes on 1-1. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2.
Doing a good job right there of tying him up inside. Got in on his hands that time before he could get that barrel through the zone.
And a good pitch here, but this is taken for a ball as the count moves to 2-2 now on the Yankee catcher.
Yeah, after that last swing, I would have thought they'd go right back in, but that's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking for something out there.
Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
I love this pitch right here. Just an elevated fastball with 2 strikes. Nothing much to it. He just says, this is just a good old country fastball, and he runs it right by.
Didi Gregorius will get his first shot here, and you can see that average pushing 400 to this point in the season.
And that is huge for him, too. This is a contract year for him, so he'd love to take those great numbers straight to the negotiating table.
First offering on its way. He pulls this one into right. In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
I tell you, that one's coming in fast, but it's going out faster. Does he square this one up or what? You bet he does.
Standing in now, Austin Romine. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. Still plenty to be desired in terms of batting average, down in the 180s entering play. No home runs as of yet, and a pair of RBIs. And now he'll bluff a move back to second base just to make sure the runner wasn't getting any ideas out there. That evens it up 1-1. Bottom of the second here with no score. Down the third baseline. There's Sandoval. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. So you can mark that one down as an E5, and I'd bet he'd like to have that one over. Standing in now with runners in scoring position, Chase Headley. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Liner toward right center. Betts is there as he makes the catch, and they'll tightrope out of danger as he strands the bases loaded. Yankees leave him loaded. We'll move to the third with no score. Pablo Sandoval will stand in now to lead things off. 7, 8, and 9 here to start the third inning.
And maybe one of these guys can break this string of 6 straight retired to start the ball game.
First delivery to him on the way. Now a fastball to start the third. That misses. It's ball 1. And good patience here from Sandoval. It's 2-0 now.
Well, it's looking like this might be their best chance to get that first base runner out there. And really, this has been one of the few guys that's even been ahead in the count.
And he gets the slider over here. It's 2-1 now.
And even though that's a strike, that's a good take. You want to be looking one pitch, one spot. So don't go swinging at that one. That was nasty.
3-1 now.
And boy, this is exactly how you want your leadoff hitter to approach an at-bat. You know, he's showing a lot of patience, and it's worked out so far.
A good pass at that ball, just a little late, and now the count's full. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
Still no hits on the ledger, but at least they get themselves a base runner here. And that's a step in the right direction.
Settling in now, Brock Holt. He'll get to take his first cuts here. From the stretch. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
You know, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Red Sox still looking for their first hit here. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You've got to make these guys earn it.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Ready to deliver the full count pitch. And boy, that misses as well. It's back-to-back walks to start out the inning.
That's 2 walks now here in this 3rd inning. I mean, it seems like he's having a hard time picking up the catcher right now.
Sandy Leon.
Into the box, Sandy Leon. As the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
And we all know he's a much better hitter from the other side.
And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half.
Well, this is the kind of situation where they came up short last night. They had opportunities, but they could never really cash them in. So you can bet they'd love to get something going on the board early here.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And we've seen guys swing at that 4-seam riding fastball up in the zone. But you're never going to get on top of that thing when it's up that high.
Just a touch outside. 1-2.
And even on 1-2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
First and second here with nobody out. And that's lifted the other way out to left. Gardner comes in a few steps as he hauls it in for the first out.
Now batting, right fielder, Mookie Betts.
Mookie Betts will get a second shot now. He grounded out to start the ball game. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
And with 2 walks in the inning already, he can't afford to fall behind anybody else if he wants to stay in the game.
And wow, a very high strike, but a strike nonetheless, and it's 1-1.
Even though that's a strike, that's still not a bad take because you're facing a guy that's already walked a few guys, so make him throw some more pitches. Run that pitch count up.
1-1, here it is. And he gives this one a pretty good ride down the left field line. And this had home run distance, but it just does hook foul. 3rd inning, no score to this point. And that misses 2-2. Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
Well, he allowed the first 2 guys to get on in this inning, and that's something you never want to do. But then he bears down. He gets the previous guy to fly out. Then he comes up with a huge strikeout right here. That's a good job to bounce back just when things were starting to look a little grim.
Dustin Pedroia stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the 3rd.
And you know, some guys just get better with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. This is a big at-bat for him right here, even though it's still early.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
A classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. That misses, and we're even at 2-2. Where do you go from here?
I think he's set up for something off speed. If you can put that changeup below his knees, he won't come within a foot of it.
2 down, runners at 1st and 2nd. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. A couple of walks, but no damage. More in a moment on the show, the Friday Night Showcase. Brett Gardner will stand in here. He was set down on strikes to start the home first.
If they fooled him with the changeup in his last at-bat, I got to believe you go after him again with that changeup.
Price sets his sights. First pitch on the way. Back to work now is Price as he gets ahead to start the inning. It's strike 1. Now here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
Gotta like the approach right here. He's basically saying, if you're gonna beat me, you're going to have to take it to left field because I don't think he's going to give this guy anything he can pull.
And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning.
Well, you're always gunning for a strikeout when he's at the plate because his legs make him so dangerous, even when he hits just a slow grounder. So nice job of keeping him off base right there.
Into the box, Aaron Hicks. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike one anyway. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
That got in his kitchen big time right there.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. And a swing and a miss, and another punch out here. 6 already, and that's out number 2.
Yeah, both these two starters are matching each other in the early innings, stride for stride. He's an out away now from a 1-2-3 bottom of the third.
Aaron Judd stands in, looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here, with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fastball at 94 miles an hour, and it's 1-1. One and one, here it comes. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2. 2 out, nobody on. Hit hard on the ground to first. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
And after going strikeout to start the inning, it looked like he was on his way to an easy 1-2-3. After the base hit there, he's going to have to work now with a 2-out base runner.
Into the box now, Matt Holliday. He drew a walk his first time up. First pitch on its way. Oh, and this fastball is belted to deep left center field. Does he have enough to get out of here? Yes, a home run. So a 2-run shot for Matt Holliday. And this is now a 2-0 lead for the Yankees.
Hammered, and he knew it as soon as he left.
The batter, number 14, second baseman.
Here's Starlin Castro.
Starlin Castro.
As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Well, they put the measuring stick on that last home run, and it came up 403 feet. And he pumps the fastball by him at 94. It's 0-2.
Yeah, a couple of mid-90s fastballs, and he hasn't been close on either one of them.
Good arm action there, but this one misses, and it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Well, that's a smart miss there. They know he'll chase it down there, so even if it didn't get the job done, it's a great pitch on 0-2.
And tough fastball to lay off on 1-2, but he did, and it's 2-2 now.
Yeah, and he's got to be careful not to give up yet another home run here in this inning. So you can see they're approaching with caution here.
Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Xander Bogaerts is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Swing and a miss, but he's right on here. 1 strike. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. In tight with the slider, 2-2. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
Oh, I think he'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
Full count here. Here comes the pitch. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin stanza number 4.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
David Ortiz stands in for the second time. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
And that was one of the hardest hit balls we've had all game, Matt. It's been a pretty feeble effort offensively for his side.
And he lays off there, 1-0.
Just because he's thrown 5 straight balls doesn't make this an automatic take, especially for a guy in this part of the lineup.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Red Sox still looking for their first hit here. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. Gardner moves over near the line as he puts it away for the first out of the inning.
You see this ball start slicing away from him toward the end here, but he winds up staying right with it and running it down.
Here's the left fielder, Hanley Ramirez, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1.
And we've seen a lot of that pitch here in the first 4 innings, and it's been real effective for him, and that's another example right there.
Throw over to the bag, and he just manages to get his hand in.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. There goes the runner. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. The tag by Castro, and he's out at second base.
This all gets back to footwork here. Catchers are usually not the fastest guys around, but the good ones do have one thing going for them, and that's a quick setup behind the plate. And this guy's dead to rights here.
No runs, no hits, and 1 error on the Boston line score. And Ramirez able to hold off on that one, but he still trails in the count. It's 1-2.
Well, that's a good thing that pitch was above the strike zone, because a few inches lower, and that ball's right in his wheelhouse.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Nothing doing for Boston. They're still down. It's 2-0. Gary Sanchez is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
Now he'll step off and rethink this. Price into his motion. Here's the pitch. Lays off 1-0. Hit hard on the ground to second, and bobbled out there by Pedroia. And some problems defensively as they allow him to reach first safely.
Well, that base hit is going to get his hit streak to 6 games now, so he's swinging it.
Didi Gregorius is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip. Runner goes for second. Pitch swung on and missed. The throw. And no throw, as it turns out, as he takes second with ease. No one out with a runner at second. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. High and deep to straightaway right. Back goes Betts. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and head for third. And he'll make it up to third safely here with 1 away.
Yeah, a ball hit pretty well that time, but it hung up long enough for him to run it down in the alley. Good news, though, is that runner on second, he was able to tag up and make it to third now with only 1 out.
Austin Romine, the hitter now. 0 for 1 on the day after reaching on an error his first time up.
Yeah, still looking for his first hit of the game, so let's see if he can come through with that one right here.
He's set. Here it comes. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1.
You know, I can't help but notice how much he's getting ahead of the hitters right now. I'm told he's throwing around 80% first pitch strikes. That's way above average.
1 out and a runner on third. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And now this is where you can be just a little bit more selective as a pitcher. You're looking for the strikeout. You certainly don't have to throw a strike in either of the next 2 pitches. So you got to see if you can get him to chase.
Here's the 0-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. 0-2 count, and the pitch. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
And here, I mean, if this is a high chopper to short, it's an RBI. If it's a lazy fly to right, it's an RBI. Point is, you've got to put the ball in play with a runner on third and one out. That's just basic execution that's lacking right there.
Here's Chase Headley. As Price starts him with a strike, it's 0-1.
And even though you got a 2-run lead, you don't want to be leaving too many guys in scoring position out there. That could come back to bite you later.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Hit hard up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. In to score is the runner from third. It's a 3-0 game.
Well, nothing will put a smile on your manager's face quite like a 2-out RBI. Well, things weren't looking good, and he looked like he was going to get stranded out there, but he comes through to drive him home.
Brett Gardner will stand in now. A punch-out victim twice already. EK, I'll ask you because you're the one sitting next to me. Do you approach an at-bat differently when you have 2 strikeouts under your belt this early in the game?
Well, you do in the sense that whatever you did the first 2 times, it wasn't working. But I think if you start worrying too much about trying to avoid the hat trick or worse, it'll start becoming a mind game, and you'll start falling into some pretty bad habits.
And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Good arm action on the circle change, swung on and missed. 0-2.
And this is what he needs out there right now. He has to find some confidence in those secondary pitches, and that's a good change up there.
A runner on first with 2 away. Ripped on the ground to first. Reined in. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We played 4 full. It's the Yankees 3 and the Red Sox nothing. Leading off the inning, Jackie Bradley Jr. as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1.
Boy, we're more than halfway through this game, and he's thrown a first pitch strike to 70% of the batters he's faced, so he's pitching very, very well right now.
Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Now the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and he'll start the 5th the same way he ended the 4th with a punch out, 1 away.
You know, when you're facing a guy that throws his fastball in the high 90s, you know you're going to have to cheat a little bit. You've got to get things started a little bit earlier than normal. And what happens then, guy throws you something off speed, you're way more susceptible to chasing balls out of the zone, and that's exactly what happened right there.
Pablo Sandoval will stand in. He drew base on balls his first time. Here's the first pitch to him. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Yeah, and coming right off of that strikeout, he's got to be thinking he should be ahead of this next guy. That's a tough way to fall behind.
This one's a strike. It's 1-1. No runs, no hits, and 1 error on the Boston line score. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. On the ground to third. Throw on to first is in time to get Sandoval, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting.
A look at our line score to this point, and I'm almost certainly jinxing things by pointing it out, but it's worth mentioning that 0 in the hit column through 2 outs here in the 5th. Brock Holt digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still early. We're seeing some pretty good pitching so far in this game.
Drilled right back up the middle, and the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
This is what you call an ambush swing right here. You're hitting in the back of the order. You're looking dead red early in the count, kind of just hoping the pitcher might relax and forget about you for a minute. Then you get that fastball middle in, and you jump all over it.
In now, Sandy Leon. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Two out with the man at first. Now a throw over. A dive, but he's back. The 1-0 delivery. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Froze him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Red Sox leave 1. Still down 3-0. Aaron Hicks comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
Here comes the first pitch. Now a fastball to start things out. Didn't miss by a lot, but it's 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Lifted in the air out to right. There to look it in his bets, and that's out number 1.
Normally, you get a lot of carry out to that part of the ballpark, but I think he hits this one just a little bit thin, and it's an easy play out there in right field.
Aaron Judd will dig in 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. And boy, a high strike called there. That's not all that consistent, but it's strike 1. Outside at 94, 1 ball and 1 strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And that fastball's too much for him there, 1-2. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. And this will find the wall out near the visitors' bullpen. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a 1-out double.
And after going hitless in last night's ball game, he's turned things around here. That's his second hit of the ball game, and He's in at second base with a well-hit double.
Matt Holliday standing in now. As Price starts him with a strike, it's 0-1. Surprising to you guys that it looks like they're going to pitch to him?
It is to me. I mean, I wouldn't go anywhere near this guy with a base open.
And Holliday swings and misses and falls behind quickly, 0-2. And that last pitch from Price was number 73 in the ballgame. Now a look and a throw back to second. And the runner back easily.
Just keeping an eye on him.
Price pauses, looking for the strikeout here on 0-2. And certainly no offer at that one. It's 1-2. Squared that one up just a little late. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And he punches out another one. Make it 9 for the ball game.
As you can see right here, his timing just seems to be off a little bit at the plate right now. And you know what? That can happen during the course of the season. You're not always going to have your good swing. And he's the kind of guy that's got a lot of moving parts in that swing. So maybe he's at the point now in the season where he might need just a little time off so he can get back to the basics.
Here's Starlin Castro. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2.
And with some of these guys, it's like they're in an 0-2 count before they even come to the plate.
Frozen on strike 3 for the final out of the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. More in a moment on the show, the Friday Night Showcase. Mookie Betts will come in here in their half of the sixth as they look for a reversal of fortunes here. The first 5 innings have not been particularly kind to them.
Yeah, and I think that's putting it mildly. Just one hit in these first 5 innings. They're going to need to do a better job of finding good pitches to hit. But that fella on the mound has not made it easy on him, and that's for sure.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. He continues to get ahead here. He's been in complete control.
I think you need to guard yourself from being overconfident, though. A bloop and a blast could still turn this game on its ear.
Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
Hit on the ground to short. Gregorius has it. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
And all through this winning streak of theirs, we've seen some great starting pitching, and this has been another very good performance. Good enough to most likely keep that winning streak going.
Dustin Pedroia will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
And that's in there for strike one.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Pretty good discipline right there with 2 strikes. That's a tough sweeping slider. Difficult to lay off, but he did it.
Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. Oh, now here's a drive out to the alley. Pedroia's around first, heading for second. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
The shortstop, number 2.
A rare mistake pitch there. That's just their second hit of the ball game, but this will go for a double.
Xander Bogaerts will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
And he'll lay off a fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. That gives him 5 doubles now on the year.
And some action out in the Yankee bullpen now as a right-hander starts to loosen up.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Hey, it's danger any way you look at it right here. You've got a base open, but you've got an even better hitter waiting on deck. So I don't think I'd be working around this guy. I'd be forced to go right after him.
And he doesn't want him to get off to a big lead out there at second, so he steps off to look him back. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. A good movement bearing in. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. One out and a runner on second base. Very softly hit to the left side. And this will be taken in by the third baseman for the second out.
It seems like these guys have had a difficult time squaring up the baseball against them so far. Here's another one that's just a simple soft liner. They don't come a whole lot easier than that.
Here comes the DH now, David Ortiz. Chop foul right at home plate at strike 1. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. More from Yankee Stadium in just a moment. Gary Sanchez gets things started here in the sixth for the hometown team.
Designated hitter, Gary Sanchez.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike one. Set to deliver the 0-1. Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. A solo shot here to left as the Yankees start to pull away a bit. It's now 4-0.
About the only silver lining to this one from a defensive point of view is it came with the bases empty leading off an inning. You can survive it when this guy's hitting solo shots, but if he's doing this with 2 or 3 men on base, then things can really get out of hand in a hurry.
Here's Didi Gregorius. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. They're saying 417 feet, the distance on that last home run. Here's the 0-1. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. Sent on the ground out to second. There is Pedroia. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning.
And here's a look at his pitches by inning so far. That last one was number 84, so they're getting near the point where they'll need to start keeping tabs on him.
Austin Romine digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning. And now the Red Sox will get a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. Lofted in the air out toward right center. On the move is Betts. He makes the running play. 2 down.
Well, he's 0 for 3 now in the ball game, and I think I can tell you why. If you're not a power hitter, you need to hit down on the ball. Try and drive things. This guy doesn't have enough muscle to hit home runs consistently, so he's wind up his routine flyouts.
Chase Headley steps in, working on a 1 for 2 game so far. Inside with the fastball, it's 1-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Cut fastball, and it's by him 1-1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Line towards center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Yeah, and about the only drawback you have to having so many strikeouts is that it really runs that pitch count up. You can see on the graphic right here that that total's starting to get up there now, so he may be getting just a little bit tired.
Brett Gardner will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far.
Yeah, guys, not really providing the spark that they usually hope to get out of him. Maybe he can make something happen right here.
Line toward the alley in left center. And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Worth a second look here, as this is a beauty to end the inning. On to the back third tonight. Stick around on the show. Back here in the Bronx. Yankees leading this one as we get ready to start the seventh. But before we do, here's a look at our game summary to this point. Hanley Ramirez is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0.
A much better approach here at the plate so far. He's not working from behind in the count like he has his first few at-bats.
Swing and a miss on the heater, and it's 2-1.
If I didn't know any better, I think this was his first inning out there. He's still throwing the ball with a lot of velocity.
And Ramirez will just try and work his way aboard here. It's 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now, because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
Three and one. Here it is. And it's full now. 3-2.
No reason not to go for broke now. What do you got to lose?
And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the third strikeout of the game.
Well, this is one of those situations where his guys got him the lead early on, and he's been in complete control ever since. I mean, he's barely been threatened out there.
Jackie Bradley Jr. will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. Good late break to the slider here, but he takes it in on the hands for ball one. Just missing here, 2-0. Not the first time he's felt the squeeze tonight.
Yeah, he's looking and saying, what do I got to do to get a strike?
One out, nobody on. Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. And the pitch on 2-1. There's the cold strike he was looking for. 2-2 now.
Oh, another good pitch there. I'm not sure he's thrown a bad slider tonight. Every one of them has had a ton of movement.
Bases are empty, one man out. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
You know, and this is one of the few downsides to being a guy with tremendous strength at the plate. Once you get that thing started, it's really hard to put on the brakes, and he winds up breaking the plane right here, and that's strike 3.
Digging in, Pablo Sandoval. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Slapped hard the opposite way. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
And they're able to keep the inning alive as you check out the numbers on his performance so far. That's just the third hit he's allowed to this point. He's been pretty much in control the whole way.
Brock Holt digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Now a bluff here as he steps off to look him back at first. And here's a fastball called for strike one. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
You worry a little about things snowballing from here?
Well, you know, these are two teams that don't traditionally care for each other too much, so we've seen this go south before.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
And you know, the catcher there was set up inside, yet that pitch was all the way on the other side of the plate.
Set to deliver on 2-1. And he lays off again, ball 3.
And a good job here of making him throw a lot of pitches. I mean, he probably doesn't have a whole lot left in the tank, so the more you make him work, the better your chances of getting a mistake.
Hit out of play, and it's a full count now. Here comes the payoff pitch. And this pitch misses for ball 4. So that's going to move a runner into scoring position now with 2 away.
Oh, you know he wanted that one. Now the inning will continue, and the guy moves up into scoring position here.
Sandy Leon will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
Here comes Yankee manager Joe Girardi on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. So his final line will show 6 2/3 innings pitched. He was very effective out there, no doubt. Tyler Clippard will trot in from the bullpen as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 out.
Tyler Clippard.
Sandy Leon will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
First pitch of the at-bat. Cut fastball taken for strike 1.
Good pitch right there, right on the heels of a walk. He needed to get ahead of the next guy, and he did just that.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Hot shot on the ground to short, taken in by Gregorius. And the two-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Boston strands a couple. They trail here 4-0. Fernando Abad will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home seventh.
Fernando Abad.
Aaron Hicks stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And now Boston's bullpen springs into action. A left-hander and a right-hander begin to throw. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Yeah, and if you've got him to look at the first pitch up there, why not throw it again? Also let her high. That puts him in a quick 0-2 hole.
And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2. Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his third strikeout of the game.
Ouch. That's a rough night at the ballpark here. Third strikeout. One thing you can't do, though, you can't go into that dugout hanging your head. You got to think, hey, it's over. I'll get another shot to redeem myself. Whether that's tonight or sometime in the future, that's the attitude you have to have.
Stepping in now, Aaron Judd. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1.
Yeah, a little surprising he didn't offer it that one. That was a dangerous spot for a good fastball hitter.
One out, nobody on. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now a swing and an easy fly ball out toward right center. Bradley on the run. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Now batting, first baseman, Matt Holliday.
Matt Holliday will stride in, but first we take you back to the third as you take another look here at his 2-run homer that had him rolling early on. And a fastball's in there for strike one. And some action now in the Boston bullpen as a right-hander's up and throwing. And Holliday swings and misses and falls behind quickly, 0-2.
Well, I just don't think he was expecting that one, and it was the perfect time to just take a little off.
Frozen on the fastball, never had a chance, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. They lead it 4-0. Dylan Betances will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Dylan Betances.
Mookie Betts will stand in to start things off as this top of the batting order hasn't found a whole lot of success so far.
In fact, just one hit between the 1, 2, 3 hitters combined. So apparently the table setters have not been getting their chores done.
Fastball in there for a called strike.
I think he had to take that one because I'm not even sure he saw it.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Betances is ready. 1-1 pitch on its way. That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now.
Breaking pitches miss away. So as a
and misses for the first Red Sox as you get a look at our line score here from Dustin Pedroia gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Low with the slurve there. 1-0. Bases are empty. 1 man out. In for a strike. It's 1-1. Very weakly on the ground. That winds up foul for the second strike. The 1-2 pitch. Now this pitch sails up and in, and that leaves him muttering to himself. It's ball 2.
safe to say guys don't care much for that location. That'll get you riled up at the plate, no doubt.
2-2 count. Here it comes. Hit to first. A dive, and he knocks it down. Throw will not be in time at first. A good effort that time, but not enough to prevent them from getting a 1-out base runner. Xander Bogaerts digs in now after lining out in his last try.
Yeah, he put a good swing on it last time, so we'll see if he can make one fall here.
Starts him out with the knuckle curve, and he swings through it for strike 1.
Now, he's probably lucky he didn't make contact on that one.
Big swing at the knuckle curve, gets nothing but air. 0-2 now. Scorched to third. And a sliding try there at third, but it skips by him. A base hit. Cutting it close here, but he comes through in the 8th to extend his hitting streak.
You kind of wonder why guys would pitch to him in this situation. You know someone wants to end this streak, but he just finds a way to get another hit.
Here comes the DH now, David Ortiz. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike one.
They haven't been afraid of coming right after this guy. They've made him have to swing the bat.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. And he comes back with a fastball, 1-2 now. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it, 2-2.
A lot of pitches away here, which is smart given that short porch and right.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. And a good battle brewing as Ortiz lays off. It's full 3-2. EK, where are you going now on 3-2?
I still got to work a corner. Not just going to throw it right down the middle and grab a strike. Can't be a giveaway pitch.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
Well, that's the second strikeout of the inning now, sandwiched around the 2 straight hits. He's definitely got swing and miss stuff, and this is a pretty good example of it right here.
Here's Hanley Ramirez as he gets under the first pitch and sends a fly ball out to right field. Judd is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Boston strands a couple. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Starlin Castro. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Well, a rough day so far. He's already got a hat trick, so I think it would be nice just to see him put some wood on it.
Joe Kelly is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Joe Kelly.
Starlin Castro will try and snap out of it. 3 at-bats and 3 whiffs thus far.
Oh, and guys, he's already got the hat trick. He's got that old golden sombrero staring him right in the face. I can't watch.
And a high strike there, 0-1. The 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in there knee-high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Change up, and he ain't buying it. 1-2.
Well, that's a pitch right there that you gotta lay off. You know he's going to throw it on an 0-2, and that's a good job of pitch recognition right there.
And he struck him out again. So that's the old sombrero there, partner. 4 strikeouts in the ballgame.
There are times where you say, it's just not my night. But after 4 strikeouts, well, that'll leave you wondering about everything you're doing.
Standing in now, Gary Sanchez. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. One 0 count. Here it is. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
You want to talk about a live arm? This guy's got one all right.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
100 miles an hour is hard. A high 100, impossible to get on top of.
1 out, nobody on. Chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. One and two. Here it comes. Off the plate that time and a little high. It's even at 2-2.
That's 3 straight pitches, all over 100 miles an hour. If he throws a changeup for a strike here, that guy's got no chance.
Don't quite know where that one missed, but it's not for me to decide. 3-2. Didi Gregorius waits on deck. On the ground to the left side. Sandoval fields it cleanly. On to first, and there are 2 down.
Now batting, shortstop, Didi Gregorius.
Didi Gregorius will step in. A ground-out victim as last time. Smoke toward third. And he throws it away.
Well, definitely a throwing error that time.
Now batting.
Let's check and see how tough that scoop was. You can see it's kind of right in that border area of whether to turn the glove or not, and he gets it wrong here.
Into the box now, Austin Romine, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. A runner on first with 2 away. A 1 pitch on its way. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
That might have been his best swing of the night there. He was right on it.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. Two out with the man at first. 1-2 is an off-speed pitch. No dice. It's 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
The 2-2 pitch. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away.
And now the benefit of you working the count to 3-2 is that runner gets a head start from first with 2 away.
And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away.
That is just a great at-bat right there. Anytime you go from down 0-2 in the count to working out a walk, well, let me tell you, that ain't easy to do. And that's all about having a really good feel for the strike zone.
Chase Headley will stride in. He singled in his last plate appearance. Comes set. Now the pitch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1.
He's going to have to punch his way off the ropes now.
The 1-0 delivery. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
Boy, what a nice job so far of working himself into a hitter's count. Now he can go to work on maybe picking up that 2-out RBI out of the 9-hole.
Two men are on with 2 men out. And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1. Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2. Flipped out the other way towards short. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield. The throw home, and they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Well, that 2-out hit there makes that air loom extra large now. You got to make sure you get this next guy before this inning gets any further out of control.
Here's Brett Gardner now, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1.
When you're already down 5, the last thing you want to do is keep falling behind guys.
That hole getting a little deeper now. It's 2-0.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in the strike zone.
Looking to minimize the damage here. And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike.
Boys, that's 99 right through him.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now.
And this is part of the reason why he's staring a hat trick right in the face. He just hasn't been able to recognize these pitches that are well out of the zone.
Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. Swing and a liner. Foul. 2 down, runners at first and second. He struck him out, and it could have been worse. The inning over with only a run coming across to score. Yankees forced to settle for 1. 9th inning coming up. The Yankees lead it 5-0. Now the beautiful views of Manhattan at night. Welcome back to baseball on the show from right here in the Big Apple. Adam Warren will come on now, hoping to wrap this one up here in the top of the ninth.
Number 43, Adam Warren.
Jackie Bradley Jr. will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the ninth, as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
And whatever they've done for the first 8 innings hasn't yielded a whole lot so far, so quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
Rob Refsnyder is into the ball game now, as he'll take over out in left field.
Now playing left field, number 38, Rob Refsnyder.
9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. And he struck him out. And there's the hat trick, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the ball game.
A reminder, we'll have post-game highlights coming your way from Yankee Stadium right at the conclusion of our ball game.
Pablo Sandoval steps in, got a base hit in his last at-bat.
And everyone knows he's slumping right now, so we'll see if that got him going.
He's set, and the pitch. Into the seats, 0-1. Here it comes. Tap fouled at home plate. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2. Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And another foul ball. Ready on 1-2. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. And Headley with the bare hand. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head. And he's going to make it up to second base safely as he's in there. My word.
Boy, nowhere close with this throw. Here's another look at first base. I mean, not only is this thing over his head, but You see it take off to the right field side of the bag, so it's not even on target. Very sloppy there. Potentially dangerous, too.
Here's Brock Holt now, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Throw on to first, and now the Red Sox are down to their final out.
The catcher, number 3, Sandy Leon.
Sandy Leon makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike one. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. A crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. And he starts to go after it. Question was, did he hold up in time? Yes, indeed, says the third base umpire. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw on to first, and the Yankees make it 6 straight victories now as this one is over.
Well, here we go. Tack another one onto that winning streak. They've now got it up to 6 in a row, and it's not looking like this hot spell's going to end anytime soon.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he really pitched well. He ran into a few problems here and there along the way, but aside from that, he was definitely a difference maker out there.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Yankees come out on top, 5-0. Good night from the Bronx.
Our final line score tonight, first for the victorious Yankees. 5 runs on 9 hits. 1 error. They left 8 runners on base. For the Red Sox, no runs, 5 hits, 2 errors. They left 9 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 45 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Yankee Stadium, 53,325. The Yankees and Red Sox thank you for your patronage and remind you to buckle up and have a great evening.